and I'm trying to feed the hummingbirds. So you're going to enjoy watching the hummingbirds, I hope. Well, and I do want to talk about Tulle when I'm done. Let me get some more feeders out there. I've got the hummingbirds there. Oops. I've got the hummingbirds all out on the deck. So you won't be able to see those, but they're already feeding, taking baths and stuff. And then I've got them there. There's been quite a few. Yesterday, last night I almost went on. So let me see. I don't think I can go back any further. No. Let me see if I can. We'll see the best setup. Let me go get the ones outside. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. It's supposed to be really cold, but I'm really not that cold. So you're going to see me go finish. Let me go outside. I'll be back in a few minutes. I can't answer any questions because I don't have anything in front of me. This is like a marathon of feeding birds and gardening and everything else and working. All right, guys, you're gonna have to wait a minute. Okay, you still have. I wonder if that got rained on. This one's. This is literally like a marathon. I was gonna go on last night, and all I was doing was filling feeders as fast as I could. Got this one. Okay, I think we're good. Grab this one. I think we're good. many more to fill. Debbie. We have a windstorm coming in. I'm hoping you can hear me. I'm a few feet from the hummingbirds and I'm still filling feeders. I'm trying to go through this, so tell me if you can hear me. Debbie Hediger, hi guys. I just had to say hello. My honey and I are very sick with COVID and just don't have the energy to stay online. Oh my gosh, Debbie, please take care. We've been through that. That was 2 years ago we had it, and I'll tell you, yeah, sometimes you got to be really careful. So you want to take care of yourself. I wish you the best. Rest a lot of fluids. And I was taking at the time they put me on Motrin. That was basically it. They didn't give me anything else. So I don't know if you're on any other medication, but just take care. Do whatever I guess your doctor says. Jackie Randall, happy Saturday. I rarely catch your live broadcast. This is a treat. You can't hear me, right? Okay, good. You know, I was going to come on live last night because in the evening it was packed with birds, but I was just going crazy trying to fill everything. I was trying to make pizza at the same time that I make. So I ended up saying maybe today, because I want to talk about something other than hummingbirds. I want to bring up the tool for you gardeners, and I want to show you what I ended up getting. And they put it back up for $9. That's the main reason I'm on right now. And Gary's working on a video in the new back room. So I want to leave him alone. Boy, do I want to leave him alone when he's working on a video. Carmen Rand, hi, Robbie and Gary. It's going to snow like crazy here in Boston. Not ready for it. I want to see my birds all day long. Bummer. You know, I keep saying, I'll tell you the truth. I mean, I'm sitting on a little stool. So you hear bang, bang, I'm moving the stool up. I used to dread winter. I really did. And I still don't like the cold. But it's a nice downtime. And it is a downtime. It's a time of, I'm going to call it, for whoever is in winter, it's a time of rest. It's a good time to recoup, think about what you want to do, know the birds are going to come back no matter what. And take this time, because once gardening season starts or spring comes in, no matter what you're doing, everybody gets really busy and stressed out and never have enough hours in the day. So it's a good time to just kick back. I mean, I love watching movies. I like happy movies. I even got Gary watching Hallmark. He was never the type to watch that. And now he watches Hallmark with me, and he knows every star's name. I don't know. I don't remember names, but everybody's name. He knows the characters. He even looks them up sometimes to see what they do, and I don't know. But it's a good time to kick back and relax and enjoy the down. I'm even enjoying the downtime. I know a lot of garden people are putting up, oh, start your seeds. Give me a break. You can start certain seeds, but in general, for most of us, it's not seed starting time. Or you're going to end up with plants you're going to put out in the spring, and sometimes you can't even put the new plants out until not just March, April, or May. They're going to be weak, and if you stop and think about it, when spring comes and plants grow, like zucchini, the squash, all that, they literally grow overnight. It's like, bam, they're there and they take off. So there's no rush, but there are certain things you can start if you really, really want to start. And I would say peppers. I've been saying that for years. Peppers are more of a perennial. And because of that, you can start things that are a perennial. In fact, what I'm doing now is certain cuttings. We can talk about that another time. So what I would do on growing, I should do a video on that, is start thinking about what you want to grow. If you don't have the seeds, start thinking about getting the seeds now because they can run out. Let's see, Carmen, okay, you told me about Boston and the snow. Delia, 78, hi from Atlanta. Oh, it's rainy, gray, and cold there. Love seeing the beautiful hummingbirds. Yeah, I've got to finish the other feeders in a minute. Johnny Maserati, did you remove the kitchen window? I removed the window on the floor. I can show you. The window screen has been removed for years, and I put my own screen there and it rolls up. I think I've showed you on other videos. I don't know if this is a good way to see the birds. Can you see the birds? But yeah, I monkeyed around with my windows. I have been, and I've got other ideas, but I don't know if I'll get to that. Debbie Lay, love it. I can't wait for the hummingbirds to arrive to Tennessee. That's usually March and April. That's when we get the Orioles back too, because they really start moving around. Do not be surprised, strictly a guess, if they don't come back early this year, because there's a lot of things going on that I've noticed in the gardens that are too early. I've got my nectarine, looks like it's going to start to throw flowers, and we're only in January. Gary thought the hummingbirds were breeding the other day, and that can be if we're not going to get too cold. I mean, remember, as long as they have food. So they could come back early. It's very possible. Debbie Samar, I believe you're going to have bad weather coming in. We've been catching the tail end because it's been coming down the coast. So like the other day, it was pouring in some areas and we got rain in the morning, but we didn't have the pouring rain all day. We did get cold. We've been getting down to 42 at night. I have an electric blanket. Everyone should invest in an electric throw. Hey, I should put the link to it. Walmart's got them for $17. They're throws. They're not as big, but let me tell you something. They really do keep you warm. Let's see. Okay, so Carmen can't feed the birds because of the snow, and I understand that. Elaine Barnick, hi everyone. Eastern Washington, and we are expecting snow next week. Yeah, you're getting the cold, wet weather, and by the time it gets down the coast, lately, we haven't been getting it as bad. Maybe I'm getting used to it. It just doesn't seem like it's been as bad. Our driveway, you know, where the gardens are, have been underwater, but who knows? Maybe I'll make a pond. No. It'll dry up. Mr. Milo, where are you located? We're in Southern California, not as far as San Diego. I don't usually give the city is what it is. First time seeing your channel. Looks awesome. Thank you. Christopher. Oh, Gary knows how to say that. Pina. Hi, Tanya Bozen from South Africa. What are those colorful hanging beads? They look pretty. Oh, I think you're looking at, let me see. I think you're looking at the little swing I made. They sit on the swing sometimes. It's so simple to make. You get a small little twig, you get some yarn or string, and you put some beads on it with a clothespin. You can clip it anywhere you want, and you've got a swing for the hummingbirds. They're not big swingers, but sometimes they do swing. They're not. They are swingers, but we won't get into that. Maria Padella, here in Texas. Weather's nice. Oh, first time seeing your channel. Hello, Maria. Robin E., my husband loves Hallmark. Oh, you got your husband watching Hallmark too. I would never believe that Gary would watch Hallmark. I mean, that to me is so funny. But I started watching it, I should say, because I like movies that are going to end happy. I used to get hooked on the old Turner channel. I started watching old movies. And I started realizing after the movie, you didn't feel good. Because most of those movies, the old ones, they didn't end happy. There were some of them was like, I don't know. So I started watching more Hallmark. And then you've got Great American Family, which you have to have that. It's kind of more of a, I don't know if Great American Family is an app, but they're on apps. I got the Family Channel, and I really enjoyed that. That is an app you can buy, if you've got a Roku TV, I think I just downloaded it on Amazon. And it's $10 a year. I think it's $10 a year. I pay by the year. No, I'm sorry. $10 a month, but I pay by the year now. It's like $89. I got the middle one. They have 3 versions. And you can tape all the movies you want, and which I have, or shows, as long as they're available to record, I guess you would say it. And it records on their app. I mean, you just go back and watch it anytime. And they have a lot of movies like Hallmark. But they have other movies too. They have other shows and other channels. I happen to really like it. And you can have, with the middle one at $89 a year, you can have 4, how would you say it, 4 apps running at the same time. So I gave my sister the link so she can watch. Otherwise, I don't have 4 TVs, but you could. I mean, you could be watching on your tablet, watching on your phone, watching on 2 TVs, and then at the same time, and then you would be using all 4. I think the cheaper one, that's $7 a month, you can use 2 apps. Don't quote me. You'd have to look it up. But I really like Friendly TV. And I know I'm missing out on them. Backyard Garden Flow 21. Hello, Robbie and Gary and everyone. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too. Debbie Keller. We will be starting seeds really soon in Texas. I can imagine, but you'd be like Southern California. I probably will start seeds, really get into it in February. And like I wouldn't start any squash. It's too early. I'll probably start squash in the beginning of March, but I'll see. It depends on the weather. But it will depend on your weather. You have to think of when your last frost date is. Linda Cheerio. Yes, Northwest Atlanta is cold, windy, and rainy. We're supposed to get windy today. Not time to start any seeds here. No, because if you start in too early, you end up with little seedlings that have been sitting there for months, and then they've lost that boost of energy that they get when they start to grow. And sometimes some of them will make it back, and a lot of times they won't. Now, if you got a greenhouse, that's 100% different. You could start them if you have a heated greenhouse and all that, and start them anytime. You can pamper them. You can keep putting them up into bigger pots. But I'm just talking about starting seeds in general with a little bit of grow lights in the house. If you're in the peppers are a good one to start at any time. Maria, we're in Southern California. Words of honey. Oh, words of honey. I have only been gardening for 3 months, and I have been counting down the days till spring and summer. So excited. Yeah, if you like peppers, all the hummingbirds left. They do that sometimes. They all just seem to be, they kind of disappear. If you like peppers, like bell peppers, maybe mild red chili peppers, hot chili peppers, you can start those now. I can show you. I've got those started. And those will last for months until you put them in the ground. I've got some from last summer still sitting in a pencil box, which is really stupid. But they are still sitting in a pencil box, and they're not ready to go outside, though I should put them outside somewhere. I could set them up with a microclimate. And then I've got them in my windowsill. You can start the peppers now. But again, peppers are more of a perennial, and so they can sit. When you talk about squash, lettuce would be too soon unless you're just going to use it when it's really little. It depends on what you want to grow. Okra is too soon. All that stuff is not perennials. They're annuals, and they'll lose their real vibralness, is that a word, to grow. So that's why I think about it. The most important thing right now is I would think about what seeds you want to get. That can be important. Julie R. Hi from Arkansas. Christopher. Hi again. Hi, Debbie Keller. What city is off in a distance? You can't see a city. What city is off in a distance in that direction? The direction you are facing, that's a good question, is the ocean. That's the direction you're facing. So I don't know. Let's see. Iwanalina. Oh, I know how to say that. Iwanalin. I know I'm getting it wrong. You love Hallmark. You're a member. Hello. Stacy Sella. Shalom from Florida. Shalom. I hope all is well with your family members and everybody. Grace in the garden. Hi, Robbie. Backyard garden flow. We have lots of rain in Florida from last night. The plants are happy, I guess. I'm gonna take a sip of coffee and see what else I gotta do out here. No, I should take this opportunity to show you what I want to talk about. Now, if I open this up, I'll have hummingbirds possibly in the house. Let me show you the window and then I'll show you. Let me see if I can pick this up. I have a city there. I was told. I can't. Let me step back for a minute. I'm going to fix this tripod. Sorry about that. I'll stick you out the window here for a minute. I should just take you off. That would be easier, wouldn't it? No, because then I don't have a stick. Okay, this is not the one I want. I got the wrong type tripod. I think I've got that next door. Sorry about all that. All right. I still need to get you down a little bit more. All right. I'm not sure what city that is. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not sure if it's Laguna. I have to look that up. I should know. But there's a lot of cities out there. Many, many, many cities out there. And the deck is coming along nice. You know what was so funny? You probably saw the video on... Oh, okay, I'm going to knock somebody off accidentally, and I don't want to do that. The tote back there, I had the lid shut on it, and the warblers were coming, and they were sitting on top of the lid, and they were very disturbed. So I had to take the lid off. It was the funniest thing, because they know now there's insects in there. Yeah, I've got to really work on the deck more. I'm slowly starting. What am I going to plant? I've got some tree collards out there. I've got flowers coming up everywhere. Everywhere I look around, it's like, oh, it's more marigolds. And then I've got some celery. I've got this new plant that I should do a video on. I'm really excited about this plant. I'm trying to do cuttings on it. I can take the bottom parts off and do cuttings on that and propagate. And when I bought this house back in '88, this is the breakfast room. Kind of a breakfast room area. The house is really to be honest, it's a screwy house. We sat here at a table and they said to me, oh, as we sat here, on a day that's a nice clear day, we can see the ocean. Okay, well, the ocean is that way. So we're not going to see any ocean on a nice clear day. But that's what they were trying to tell me. That was the selling feature. Okay, we can see the ocean. Selling feature for me, the only thing is this, and I was basically, let's just say in a way I was basically buying this by myself. That was before Gary, was land. And I've talked about that. You can always change things if you ever have the money to do it. You can change things, but you can't change the land. So it was land is what I was looking for. And I like the idea that I actually do live in the city, but I can take a road up here and be out of the city. That's what I wanted. To live in the city is just, it's never been my thing, and yet I grew up in the city. I grew up in Los Angeles, where if you coughed, your neighbors would hear you. You could hear everything from your neighbors. And I think as a kid, I always wanted more of nature. So it was like I vowed not to live in the city. As soon as I could, I bought my first house at 19 years old to get out of the city. My mother was devastated. You want to leave the city? There's so many people. Yeah, that's why I want to leave the city. And that was my first house at 19 years old. I was 19. So anyways, so there's the hummingbirds here. I've got more feeders there. That's why they're spread out now. I'm trying to spread them out so you don't see the swarming. Swarming's kind of bother me. I've got that feeder, which they already emptied. I've got 2 feeders over there. I've got feeders in the garden. Then I've got these 3 here. The one from the dollar store's got them. I don't know if they got them yet, but I really like them. But I modify them. See how the hummingbird's drinking out of it? Oh, I just scared him because I moved too quick. I still didn't talk about what I want to talk about. I didn't even want to talk about hummingbirds today. Look at this. I love those feeders. My brother just texted me. You have a link and they sold out. No, you know what it is? I was notified, I had a notification from YouTube that Walmart wants me to link to them. And that's fine. I love Walmart, even though they locked me in the store one day, but that's another story. I have nothing to do with them other than, I guess, if somebody buys something from there, I'll get some pennies on it. But otherwise, I have nothing to do with them. I buy from Walmart because they're cheap. That particular feeder, you've probably heard this story, so now I'm going to bore you, is made by, ooh, I get it. I always get it backwards. First Nature? Or is it Nature First? It could be either one. I should know this. Here's the other one on the bottom. Somebody at Walmart, let me zoom back out, designed them. I actually called them and talked to them. Somebody at Walmart designed those feeders, which was really interesting because they've got their own, which I really like, which is over here, which I got to fill again. See how the holes are bigger? Well, bees can get into that really good. So somebody designed these. It's the same feeder. They will screw onto each other, the bottom base. The only difference is this one has a little bit, the mold on this one is a little bit smaller, the base on itself, where this is a little bit bigger, though this holds less birds. They put 2 holes there. They raised it, which was very smart. I've got whole videos on this, but the holes to me are too small. I think I've got one here. I'll show you this one. See what the holes are? Can you see that? They're slits. You know what? I made these bigger. I did make them a little bit bigger on this. The bees can't get into it if you buy it originally the way it is. The only problem is some hummingbirds won't use it. Did I zoom? There we go. So I make them bigger right away. When the bees come, I don't know what that was. When the bees come, then what happens is I swap out the feeders, and within a day or two, the bees are usually gone because it's like, well, we're wasting our time and our energy, and they leave, and then I put these feeders back because I know the hummingbirds like bigger holes. And that's what that one is. That feeder that they were just all at a second ago, they were full on that. That's the ones I made the feeders bigger, the holes bigger. And then, of course, you've got the ones from the dollar stores that they really like. And I've got videos showing that bees normally cannot get to it except when it drips, and it will swing, and we're supposed to get really windy. Okay, I haven't read anybody's comments, so you do know that I'm talking and not reading. Do you and Gary ever go to the ocean? I wish we did. Years ago, we were doing a lot of stuff. Lately, we've been, let me move this. I've been collecting my Christmas stuff and trying to get it all packed up. We don't go anywhere lately, and I do want to change that. We've got so many opportunities that we haven't even used. We had an invite to the San Diego Zoo, and we haven't had the time to do that. We have gone to the ocean, not lately. But we're not far from the ocean. We used to go out there and just take a walk, or I took my granddaughter once to have dinner out there. There's a little restaurant on the end of the pier in Orange County. I'm trying to think of what it's called. I can't think what it's called. It's like a soda fountain, old-fashioned restaurant. But we ate there once. We just haven't gone anywhere lately. I think the problem is, let me back up, is our life lately has become a total marathon, which seems like it has been for a long time. And so we're always on the go. And from the time we get up in the morning till the end of the day, and sometimes even then, I was going to turn on the camera last night because I ended up making cookies, but then I thought, no, I'm not going to bother. I'm going to waste everybody's time. You're going to see me in the middle of the night making cookies. And then this morning I got up and made these green, I call them green. I make these, a lot of you, the one from Florida will know, they're like potato latkes, but what I do is I make them with a lot of great stuff in them. So you can just grab and eat when you're hungry. And that was I don't believe in New Year's resolutions, but the thing is, this year I want to make sure we eat better because we're not getting younger. And so instead of grabbing cookies all the time or chips, Gary likes chips, there's going to be something else to grab. So it works out better. So that's when I got to go finish these feeders. Got to put a lot more feeders out. So I want to eat a little bit better. You would think with all the gardens we eat good, and that's why I say don't forget to eat what you grow, because a lot of times I do. So that's my big thing. I don't even know why I got on that topic. So let me see what some of the comments are here, because if I touch somebody, let's say, Debbie, I'm in the middle. How about that? Will that work? Probably closer to LA than San Diego, but I'm in the middle. See, I love walking on the beach, but it's been many years since I have. Julie R. said that. Melanie Kaufman, hello. Robin Gary. Martza, Maritza's Yarn and Crafts. Aloha. Good afternoon, Slingshot. Robbie, it's a Slingshot. Good afternoon, Robbie from Rainy, Virginia. I know Jackie curious about our location. Viola Susie QA. I never noticed the house is so close to you. So close to you. Let's see. I never noticed the house is so close to you. I bought Tulle to put over my 2023, and it has helped me keep bugs off and squirrels out. Yeah, it does depend on the squirrels, and I've been very lucky on that too. Yes, they have them out. Okay. Yes, Carmen. Yes, they have them now. Let's see. How big is your property? Oh, no. I'm going to knock you off. I hit the phone. Where I'm at, there's supposed to be 1 acre lots is what it is. And so there's one here. You got the whole video on that. And then right over there, that's the second one. So we've got the 2 houses right next to each other. So we have a total of 2 acres. 1 acre is mainly, I don't garden on the 1 acre. This one here, I've got citrus trees. I put citrus trees in right away. I put those in. I think I got them from Kmart. I think it was Kmart. It was, and I got those as soon as I moved here back in, I put them in 89. Then we put more there. So we've got citrus trees down there. I've got one that grows in my neighbor's yard, and I told him pick all he can. So, and it had 32 avocado trees. This particular property, it's kind of a odd property. It's kind of a skinny little lot, but it had 32, and over the years we've lost them. And keep in mind, they were planted like, I'm going to say about 100 years ago. So the trees are getting old, but we found avocados on one of our trees now. So we're really happy with that. And then the other one is an odd property. People want flat, level, beautiful property, so it's more money, of course. The other one is the one, you know, that you have to hike all the way down, and that's Gary's garden. So they're actually, see how they're so close to each other? Now, I don't want to go into all this. I'm going to waste your time, but I've told you on that video. The only reason we got that is there was a problem with the, what do you call it, property line. And it's a long story. I told the whole story on that live video that time to get this out so you would understand it. But there was a problem with the property line, so we got a good deal on it because part of the property belonged to me. And I never said anything until it went up for sale. And that was it. And then the reason it went up for sale is the guy died and they were liquidating all his properties. He owned a lot of stuff. So that's a long story in itself. Let's see, Carmen, I have citrus trees in my house, but not all having fruit. Well, it takes time. They look pretty in the house, but you can move them out and then feed them really good. Put them out in the spring, and hopefully you'll get some fruit, because I know a lot of people that do. That's exactly what I want. Okay, Debbie, you know what? I'm reading this backwards, so that's not a good thing. So I don't know what Debbie wants. Let's see. Property. You're probably talking about property. Let's see. Okay, Debbie, I don't know what you want. Carmen, can I help you feed the hummingbirds? I wish. If I had somebody to help me feed the hummingbirds, I would leave. I'd go to Vegas for a day. You know, Gary and I used to do that. We get up in the morning and we get all our work done, and then we would decide, well, maybe we'll go to dinner if we can, and we would take off sometimes, leave here in the afternoon, go to dinner, and come back in the middle of the night. It was so funny. I did spend the night there once, but that was probably, I don't know, 20, has it been 20 years? I don't know if it's been that long. Gary's family came out, and we took them to Vegas. We took his dad to Vegas. His sisters drove. They had their own rent-a-car. We went to eat, but we came home that night, and we went back. They stayed for about 5 days, and we went back and picked up his dad. And then they all drove back. It's been a while. I used to love Vegas, but it's not the same. I'll tell you that right now. Vegas, you used to go there and food was cheap. Cheap, and most of the restaurants were good, though there's some that were iffy. It was cheap and good, and it was a fun place to go. Now it's so crowded and expensive. You pay for everything. Back then, everything was perked. You want a drink? They'd bring you a drink if you were playing the slots or something. You wanted to go eat dinner? They'd give you a coupon. Dinner's $2. Of course, we used to take off to go eat at the Rio, which was pricey at the time. We figured we'd do it once or twice a year, and that was like $20. Now I don't know what it costs. That was a great buffet. It was. We got invited to, I still have a letter from the Wind Hotel inviting Gary and I to come have a buffet there. And I don't even know if they'd honor it. It's so old. But we used to do that. We're going to have to do something at some point. Here's the thing. Oh, look at the hummingbirds. Look, 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 look. Look, 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 look. Is that not cute? I love the ice cream containers. I've got videos on how to make it. Maybe I should make another one because there's so many different ways to fill it. But they love that. Let's see. Words of honey. Going to Vegas this weekend. Oh, no, no, no. Don't disappear. See, it was pretty pricey planning just for 2 people. And you know what? It used to be so incredibly cheap. Oh, my goodness. We used to stay at the Stardust, and it was like $15 a night. And then you would get a breakfast in the morning for $2. They give you a little coupon book, and you can have dinner. Dinner was really expensive there. It was like $5 with the coupon. We never ate lunch because we usually ate too much for breakfast, and then we didn't want to eat until dinner. There was a lot of different places to go, but they used to be so cheap. I think they still have the shrimp downtown for 99 cents, probably not as good. And then they used to give you free shows. What show did I go to? Was it the Stardust? Let me think. Somebody's going to shout out. There was a show years ago, and we went to a couple of them. There was a show, and I think the man's name was Bobby, and he used to come with his orangutans. Does anybody remember that? We had no cell phones then. I think his name was Bobby. He was well known, but something happened. I think he got harassed, and I think he gave it up. And he's probably gone now. Let's see. Gwen W. I'm the lady. I was in San Diego in 1985. Fell in love with the zoo, Hummingbird Aviary. You know, I'm supposed to go there, and raptor aviaries. They sent me an email to have an invite to walk through, and I've never gone back. That was just before the pandemic, so I never went back. They had such beautiful facilities for birds. Be careful of false sponsorships. Recently, a YouTube channel I watched got hacked when he clicked on a fake sponsor's email. He barely got his channel back. I don't know what that means. The only links I put up are links of stuff that I have bought from or know that they're safe. So if you see links underneath, I didn't put any links on this yet. I was going to. Like for the Tulle, I bought from them. I'm going to show you. I can step over in a minute and show you. I don't put anything fake up. Now, I do know you'll see banners underneath or on the sides. That's not me. You would actually click on the description, the whole description. And then click on where it says more after you click on the description, and there's links there. Those should be completely safe because I hand put those in, and they do run out of the stuff. There's other links now that YouTube is putting on, and it says shop. It'll be a little, they're putting it on even when I haven't clicked it. But it says shop. That's actually safe too because that's coming from YouTube. And now Walmart joined and they sent me a message. Oh, add Walmart to the shop. And so I try to specifically pick out like these hummingbird feeders, and sometimes they put other stuff. Those are safe. But if you ever see these things on the sidebar, they don't look right. Those are the ones you don't want to click. But the Tulle ones, the ones underneath in the description, those are safe. So anyways, going back to San Diego, that was an interesting story. Did you feel the recent earthquake? No, we missed it, but Zoe did. She was running around barking. I had no idea what she was barking about. And Gary was driving. He had to go make a delivery somewhere, and he didn't feel it. So, okay, reach out to him, Robbie. And he opened they reached out to him, and he opened the PDF. There should be no PDF files. Don't open up anything. You go on, it will go straight, like mine will go straight on eBay. I love eBay. I buy a lot of stuff. I just bought a sorry stick. which he didn't ship yet. Bought it during the week. That's it's a little tripod to go on my kitchen window if I want to go on that way. So most of the time it should be fine. If it's on YouTube, it should be fine. But if you see something on the sidebar, I would not. It's usually underneath. It'll either say shop, and that's coming from YouTube itself. It's going through YouTube. And if it's in the description, and that means they put it in, it should be fine. The only thing that's ever happened that's really weird is, and I really try to keep an eye on it, is sometimes I'll put up, like, it's not a feeder. I was putting up, what was I putting up? There was something, some link I had putting something. Oh, solar fountains. All those solar fountain links, those are safe. But eBay doesn't let you pull down a link without closing it out. That is part of an issue. So if you've got something, let's say you're selling these hummingbird feeders and you've sold 20,000 and you don't want to pull the link down, but you're out. Sometimes they don't allow you to leave it 0. So what they do, and if you took it down, you'd lose those 20,000 saying, hey, they sold 20,000. So they put something else there. I've seen them put toothbrushes in there. And then it will come back later and be solar fountains. So that's kind of the little monkey business that goes on there. But you just see it, you don't buy it. There's nothing. You click on it, it's not what it's supposed to be, it's something else, and you back out. Or you can go underneath eBay and you can see it. Oh, I've got to go finish the hummingbirds. I was going to show you how you want to see my messy kitchen. You're going to see this. I'm going to really do something weird. I can't get out of here one-handed. Hold on. Let me move my chair. Okay, I'm stuck. This isn't going to work. I may have to come back. See what I've done here? Here. I love my tulle. This is all tulle. Isn't that something? This is all tulle. And that keeps the hummingbirds from not coming in the house. Let me come back with my thing and show you. Let me put you back down on the floor because I can't get through the netting. That's what I was thinking about. Should I make a real screened-in porch? I doubt it. I don't want a screened-in porch in the house. Hold on. Let's stick you out the window so I can put the feet back on my tripod. Or not. Oh, come on. Give me a break. All right. There we go. Okay, let me go get the tool. I hear Gary's guineas. Let's see what you can see here. No, I think it's prettier out there. See my neighbor, somebody's working on the garden today. It's such a pretty day. Got a dot there. I love making dots. And then I've got some peanut butter cups out there. I'll be right back. Clipped it. That's why I couldn't get through. Okay, that makes sense. How to get in? Okay. That'll work. Chair. I'm still here. Sorry, guys. I don't even know how I'm going to do this. This place needs to be fixed, and I'm not sure how. Okay. Let's see if I can turn this around. Where is that? Okay. I did put the link up for this. Let me see if I can do it this way, and maybe I do this without falling. Okay, I bought 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep in mind, I've got about 10 or 15 others I haven't used yet. This has been a terrific price. I don't think I have the scissors here. No, because I used it. Oh, I used it somewhere. I have the scissors. scissors. They send them vacuum sealed, so you don't have, where is the camera? There it is. You don't have to open them all up. This is, and it says right on it when you get it, this is turquoise. It is 54 inches by 40 yards. This stuff is a lifesaver. Instead of starting seeds now, you buy Tulle. That's what, and Tulle, I just put on Instagram a picture of my bok choy and my lettuce growing in the front yard, and I would not have it if it wasn't for Tulle. A few little bugs got in there because I didn't cover it quick enough, but it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. It's there on Instagram. I thought, gee, I should be showing that stuff. They send it like this, and it unfolds. Now you've got, this would be 54 inches, but it's folded in half. So this is only half by 40 yards. Where's my cup? 40 yards. You probably only need one. Now, when I put the link up, what was it, about 2 weeks ago? They're about maybe a week. They had it for $9 and change. Let's just say $10, because the other place they used to get it for $9 and $10, they raised their price to $18. They can do what they want, $18. But you know, even at $18, it's worth it, because if you go to Joann's, a lot of times it's $2 a yard. $2 a yard. Yes, some of them are stiffer and harder. You don't need it stiffer and harder, but they're all different. They can be $2, and they can be $3, and they can be $4 a yard, and they're still all 54 inches wide. So think about that. This is 40 yards, and you're getting it for, they put it back up. That's why I wanted to come on. They put it back up for $9 and change. They had raised the price back up to about $13. They must have had complaints. I was going to write to them, but I didn't, because I bought one from them to see if it was the same, and it's the exact same thing. Put it this way. Most of these places, they're all buying from the same company that really manufactures this, and then they put it their own price on. So they only have this turquoise on sale for $9.86, something like that. Then the green is more money. It's only $12 and change. They have green. I like black in the garden. You don't want to see me. You want to see the hummingbirds. I have black in the garden. Gary uses red to cover sometimes fruit because he can spot it in the garden. I don't care what color it is. But you know, somebody said, "Oh, I live in they live someplace where they can't use whatever they want, so get green, or green or black, and then you can't even tell it's really there. It looks nice, and I'm telling you, I would not be gardening if it wasn't for this. In 1988, I should have started it then. I was growing stuff. I was fighting with squirrels. We have tons, as you can see, squirrels here. And when I came up with this years ago, because I looked at a lot of products that they sell for gardening, and it was just pricey. We don't want to spend a lot of money. We don't have money. I was broke, totally broke, and there was no way I could buy that stuff. But then I went to a church rummage sale, and they had a whole bag of this stuff, and it was $1, and I brought it home, and I thought, this is the best stuff. Birds cannot get caught in it, so I've got tons of videos on this. So anyways, that's really the reason I wanted to come on today, is to tell you they put it back up there. Now, the reason I bought 4, and you saw I bought 4 of them, was because if you buy one, it's, let's say it's $10. It's 9 something. But if you buy 4, then it goes down, it actually goes down to $8.90 each. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to use it this year everywhere. And I don't have to save it. You can use this for 2 years. The sun doesn't really do much to it as far as damage. And I decided to just go ahead and get another 4, even though I had already bought 1. But I bought 1 just to make sure it's a good product. And I was really happy with it. I didn't write them any letters. I didn't tell them I'm going to put their link up. I didn't do anything. I just went ahead and went back in. Right on that link that I put up there, I bought 4 more. Then now they lower the price again. And that's why I want you to know, because they just lowered the price. They're so fast. I got this in a couple days. They're probably out here somewhere. I'm not sure where they are. But, oh, Texas. It said they were in Texas, but it came really quick. In a box like this is the box it came in, called Craft and Party. And I'm so pleased with it. I want to make sure that all my lettuce is covered. Keep in mind, you need to cover your plants before you got an issue. So if the cabbage moths come in there and they lay all their eggs, and you think, oh, my plants are beautiful, I'm going to get the tool out. Look how gorgeous they look. You cover it, and let's say the moth came by, that beautiful little cabbage moth, or the yellow one, there's a yellow one too, laid their eggs, and then you think, wow, you didn't know, and you're going to cover it. You saved all those little eggs, you protected them like I do with the monarchs, and then they're going to hatch, and they're going to feast on all your plants, and you're going to go, why in the world? I covered it with tulle, yes, and you protected them. So you could look at it that way. Look, you protected them. You want to get it covered right away. As soon as you see the lettuce growing, your bok choy, it doesn't matter what it is. Brassicas don't need any pollinators. You cover them right away, and then you'll be okay. Okay, you're done seeing me. It's really funny. I really don't like being in front of the camera. I like being behind the camera. And I've got to get more hummingbird feeders going. Let me turn you around. Or try at least. There we go. I got to get more hummingbird feeders going. Anyways, and I can't read anything this way. So I don't want to take your time up all day with just birds scooting around. I just wanted you to know that if you are serious and wanting to, you can't see anything this way. They've got a chimney across the hill. Look at that. Now, you know, if you've got a fireplace, you can put some good wood in there, if you can find any, really like nothing sprayed, nothing you buy at the store with all the chemicals, and you can take that ash and you can put that in your garden and it'd be wonderful. Are you here?
Yes.
How did your video go?
I just got things set up. I got things set up.
Okay, that's good. I'm live.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know if you know that. So that's about it. Let me see if I've got any questions. But that's all I wanted to do was let you see the hummingbirds and tell you that that tool was put back for a really, really good price. And I'm really pleased that they put that back. See, now we're getting cloudy again. They said we were going to have rain, but we're not going to have rain. I think what we're going to end up with wind. It's been, if you can see, everything's rocking away. Let me see. I've got the covers. I should move something. What's in the way? You can't see there either. If I stepped out of here, then I'd have hummingbirds in here, but I didn't put any feeders in here. See, this screen on the top is just screen. I roll it up, and then I can have this window. If I open up this window, which is also screen, roll up, I have to have both windows open because they'll come through. They don't turn around like other birds do, and then they want to go that way. So they do a zip around. So I have to have both windows open. And I'm going to leave the Christmas lights up because they perch on that. If they were up on the eaves, and Gary was going to put some up there, maybe we will, they will nest on that. They love wrapping the twine around and everything on that and nesting, but here they do sit there. You know, guys, if I step back, they can see you nice and close. Let me see if you have any questions. I'm glad he's working on his video. I don't want to bother him. He's trying to figure out the light. The room in the back that you saw me do some videos on, let me see. It's too white, and it really washes you out. So he's working on the lighting. He thinks he can fix it, and that's good. All right, let me see questions. And now you are looking at no birds. Oh, you know, I don't even know if there's food in that feeder. I should check that. Well, there's a little bit. I don't need to change it yet. Okay, so let me see if there's any questions. You already got cloudy. Is this cloud or haze? It suddenly got gray. This beautiful blue sky just disappeared. Look how it got kind of, I don't know what it is. Oh, HOA. Yes, that's it. That was what I was thinking of. Somebody said, I don't know if it was you. Oh, I can't use all color tool. The HOA won't allow me. Then stick with green or black. Thank you. I know I'm going to miss a ton of you. Let's see. And Debbie Haddiger. Debbie Haddiger, they've got both her and her husband have COVID. So I wish them well. Jackie Randall, another member. I used to live in Palm Springs. I miss the desert. I love Palm Springs. We used to drive out there just to go to a thrift store. Well, we used to go to Marengo. What do you call it?
Moronga?
Morongo to eat. They had a really good buffet. And that was all before the pandemic. And then we would drive into Palm Springs because there's a thrift store, a couple thrift stores there we used to go to. I love thrift stores. And I took my granddaughter with me and I said, oh, you're going to love it. It's beautiful, nice and warm. And when we got out of the car, she couldn't believe it. She was screaming. She thought she walked into an oven because you open the car door and it's so hot. And I loved that. That was funny. I love Palm Springs. My uncle lives in Palm Springs. Let's see. Oh boy, I know I missed a tenny. Okay, so Debbie Keller's got lettuce and spinach growing in Texas. Great. Jane Knight, she's from Corona. Hello. Words of honey. I had garlic in my compost bin, sprouting roots, and put them in some pots. Hopefully, I will get some more garlic. Well, if it depends if they get too wet. I've got garlic growing. So far, so good. And they're in flower pots, so we'll see. Hopefully, they'll be okay. Let's see. I already answered you on the property, Viola. Let's see. Yes, they have them now. Yes, they have them now. Oh, you're probably telling me about the hummingbird feeders. I think I went to someplace, might have been Dollar Tree, and I saw they did have some, but this was like old stock, so that's good to know. I haven't gone to Dollar Tree. I'm debating on my dog kennel how I'm going to set it up. Do I go with Dollar Tree? Do I go with recycled items? Do I go with everything? I'm not sure yet. I'm so excited. I want to set up the dog run right away. I literally almost went out there yesterday. You're looking at, oh, you are looking at birds. I literally almost wanted to go cover it, make a greenhouse out of it yesterday, but I don't know if we're going to need it with the way the weather is. The weather hasn't been bad. You know, I think I do have to put food in there. Let's see. Carmen, let's see. I think I got all that. Let's see. Oh, Gwen, that's right. Gwen W., I'm the lady you talked about San Diego, fell in love with San Diego. They used to have such beautiful displays back in 1985, she's mentioning, Gary. That's even before you.
In San Diego Zoo?
Yes. You went to look for that display when you got here and it was gone. They have, you probably remember the section they had of the beautiful lorikeets and lories. It was gorgeous. You'd walk in there, it was like a horseshoe of large aviaries, and you'd walk in a circle and they had all those birds set up. And the colors of the birds just were so bright among all the plants they had around. You had to have most of your plants on the outside because the birds would destroy them on the inside. But it's funny, I went to see my friend, and I'm going to say, I'm not sure on the year, 88, 89, and he was a curator there. And that's, I think I've told that story. And he said to me, when you leave here, you better go see the aviary with all the section with all the lories and lorikeets in there. And I said, oh, I plan on it. And he goes, yeah, because they're closing it Monday and tearing it down. It was like, what? Nobody knew. And they kept it so quiet. Nobody knew. And they changed it to primates. And they farmed out the birds somewhere else. And the birds were gorgeous, but they moved the birds out. Let's see. So yeah, San Diego used to have, I mean, they're still nice, of course, but I just love that. Let's see, Viola, Susie, they put the ash in Vietnam over their soil. Yes, you can put it, you don't need a lot of it, but a small amount. When I was saying, if you've got a fireplace and you have good wood, we're not going to use wood that you buy those Duraflame logs, they've got chemicals in it. You don't want to put that in your garden. That's for your fireplace. When you're done with those, you throw that away. But if you had regular wood that was not treated, you could use the ash. Love the color. Let's see, I throw ash in my compost. Yes, that's perfect. That's Carmen Rand. Johnny, go to the zoo and make a vlog. You know, Johnny Maserati wants us to go to the zoo. Didn't I just tell you that, Gary? That we should go to the zoo. Yeah. Maybe one day. Johnny, you drive us to the zoo. You'd be be our chauffeur. Take us to the zoo. Actually, there is a place I want to go to make a vlog. I forgot about it. The one that has the water plants, Gary. It's not a zoo.
Yeah.
That place I want to go make a vlog and do something. It's all they sell is water plants. Yeah, I told Gary I want to do more vlogs out. And so Viola's got, she's in Central Florida, and we've had cold temps. Do you have Viola has oh my God. That's it. Okinawan spinach is purple and green. Grows like a bush. Do you have that?
No, I don't.
Okay, I couldn't remember if you grew that. Let's see, I love hearing the hummingbirds. Can't wait for them to return. So Viola, I'm fine with this. Do you want me to step away and disappear and let you just listen to the hummingbirds? Say yes. So if everybody else gets mad, they'll be all angry with you. Say yes. Yes, no chemically treated wood, exactly. Hola, Robbie. Uh-oh.
Portuguese.
Yeah, but you do better with that than me. Rosa Santos. I'm sure it's nice. I'm not going to guess. I could go run to my neighbor. They speak it. Mary Kerr, hello. Hi, Robin Gary. So good to hear you today. Cold and rainy in North Carolina today. You know, I've got you on the wrong one. Okay, that's not working. I'm trying to do something with my camera. I need to make some more hummingbird food. The feeder in the back doesn't even have food. Are they so cute? I so hope they all stay around here and go to nest this year. What I need to do on a day that it's not really too sunny is put my camera out the window, the other window, and get it right up to the feeder. I think that'd be so cute. What I want to do is I want to make a landing here. Let's see. This is really a nice place to just sit and enjoy the birds. Okay, why has Zoe been so good? Zoe! I really expected her to tear my tool down. So that's it. So I've said my piece. I wanted to talk about the tool. If any of you are going to garden, really, it's a good investment. $10. Yes, there's tax. But other than that, my gosh, you can't get any better than that. You are not seeing any birds. They're all in the other, they're all over here. Look, he's drinking out of the... Is that not cute? That's a beautiful coffee cup with a peanut butter cup sitting on top. I love that. I love my neighbors. They're working so hard in their yard. Okay, I should have moved that plant that I just bought. I just bought this plant. This is brand new. I want to see if the hummingbirds like it. It hasn't really bloomed yet. You know what? I know what I just did. Hold on. I'll put the box on the floor. Yeah, look at this. The weather changed. The whole time we were looking out the window before. I'm going to put you out. Okay, I've got you up on the roof. Look, it's just the whole weather changed. The sky got really gray. What's funny about here is last year, see, Gary worked on this landing and I had no feeders out here. Then I put one feeder out here. Then he enjoyed it so much I put a second feeder out there. Now I've got 3 feeders out there and a bunch of other stuff, and I'm thinking of putting more. They really like being out here. Not counting behind me on the window. Anyways, I'm about ready to go back to work. I might eat a green patty. I don't even know what time it is. I think we have a new Hallmark movie tonight. Sherry, is it possible to grow purple tree colored in a 5-gallon bucket? Oh, yes, yes, yes. Just put one in there and that would be perfect. And then if it gets too big, you chop it down and you take the part that you chopped down and you put it in another bucket and you can keep propagating from it. So yes, you can. I'm doing it right now. In fact, I've got a purple tree colored growing on my deck. It's about 3 to 4 foot tall, I think. Maybe let's say 3 foot tall, and it's only in a little 1-gallon bucket. Let's see. Gwen W. And I'm the lady. I got roots on my collard green stalks. I stuck in water. Well, that's good. A week before Christmas. Let's see. The hummingbirds were all enclosed, double doors, into a second set to keep the hummers in. Okay, not sure what that means, but all right. Let's see. Viola, I would love tree collard, but nurseries haven't had it. I'm bad at seeds. Here's the problem, Viola. You really want to get a cutting because though the seeds can grow tree collards, they may not be true, but you can still eat them. Don't worry about it. But I bought mine on eBay. I think she's still on eBay. And I got my first one on eBay from a lady that grows it up in, is she San Francisco area?
Yes.
In San Francisco, and she sent me 3 cuttings. Only 1 cutting made it, but you know, that was good. And I had the plant for years and years, and did a lot of cuttings off of it. Let's see. I gotta get something to eat. Well, everybody's watching the hummingbirds, and I'm gonna make some more food. I'm gonna get something to eat. You can go answer some questions. I'm gonna make that awesome. Is this all there is? I'll just get some.
That's what she said in Portuguese.
What?
You have to shut the sign off.
I forgot about you. I'll do something in a minute. I want to put on the other, see what needs food out there. Nothing out there, but I can do this one. And that's got a little bit of food. Oh my God. Can you still see them? Yeah, you can, but they're kind of blocked. There's no way, there's no perfect setup yet. I usually have a feeder here too. Gee, the weather is changing really fast. You can feel it, Gary. It just really got cold. Now I've got them going here too. Now they're going to fly off because they just turned. Melissa Gardner, I used to live in California. And you probably left because it's too expensive. No, I didn't say that. Oh, Zoe. Do you want to say hello? want to say hello? Yeah. Is that you? You always look at the... Yeah, no, you love looking at yourself, don't you? Yeah. Okay, I just flicked that twice. I'm trying to see if I should put another feeder out. You can't see the one feeder because of the planter. I'm going to go see if I can move that planter. Jeez, I'm going to trip on that. Chair here. So many problems with the pool today. Normally I don't. Okay, this isn't a tap, so I can use this. This is a swing. This is a swing. Just a little swing. And sometimes I do see them sitting on it. You got that. Let's see. Zoe! The weather is changing quick. This is a peanut butter cup. Oh, the dot. There's no dot in there. This is a feeder from the 99-cent store, but I put on my own perch here. And then these are the Walmart feeders. A hungry little guy. If I move too fast, they'll leave. But it's so funny. Sometimes I'll come out here and there'll be nobody here. And then when I say, hey guys, where are you? They all just come swarming around me. Hey, little guy. You better be nice. I know your personality. You want to see the birdies? I don't know. Where'd the birdies go? These are the flowers. You want to smell the flowers? Those are flowers. Oh, it's getting windy. It's getting windy. Look at that. Okay, let the birds do their things because they're probably feeding a lot because of the wind. I don't want to bother closing the door. You're torn to pieces. You want to go in there? Okay, so let me grab my pail, which I cannot get right. I just want a little chicken because I can't patties on.
No, that's good.
Okay, so I can't find her. There it is. So Rosa,
Yep.
she was. You're telling me she was saying how beautiful the view is, the
She
landscape.
likes, yeah, she likes the view.
Thank you, Rosa. I know the view is nice. The view is beautiful. Though I can't see the ocean, that's okay. Let's see. Slingshot. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Melissa Garner. No, I was married to my ex, and he was in the Marines. Okay, so that's why you left California, or that's why you used to live here. a Slingshot Dollar Tree in Virginia has some of the garden items out. It would be a good time to start veggies. Temperature in the 20s and 30s. You are not pulling the tool down, Zoe. No. So I knew that was going to come. Oh, I can pull on this. It depends on what you, that's what we were talking about earlier. It depends on what you want to grow. If you're going to grow zucchini, pumpkins, different squash, I would not start those now. It's too early. Even tomatoes are too early. Though you can, but I'll tell you what happens with tomatoes growing them in the house. If you got a greenhouse, it's fine. If you grow tomatoes in the house and you don't have a proper setup for them, a lot of times they stress, they get a little bit of powdery mildew on them, they don't look good. And let me tell you something, when the time is right, they grow overnight. So I would wait, again, it depends. If you're in the snow and you're not gonna be planting out until, some people won't be planting out until May, I would wait another month before I start those. But you can grow peppers because they're really a true perennial. They will last for quite a long time. And peppers, I'm growing them on my windowsill now for months. And when the time is right, I'm gonna put them outside. And I have put some outside. So it depends on what you want to start to grow and when your last frost date is.
Carmen Rand asked about elephant garlic, when to plant it. Plant it in the fall or the spring. And I've got my bulb here that I'm going to replant.
Well, you can go in there. You want to sit down and talk?
I don't know, I'm
You can go talk and sit behind it.
trying to get something to eat.
Well, I'll bring you something. Here, go in there. Bring the stool, which is behind me. I can't grab the tool today. I must have changed something. Okay, here we go. Do you have your phone?
No.
You want my tablet? Here's a tablet.
No, give me my phone's easier for me.
Zoe, you can't get under my feet. You almost tripped me. You want me to get you a patty or two?
No, I'm right.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know if I can.
What are you trying to do?
I was going to put the garlic bulb in front of the
Yes,
camera.
go ahead and try.
Okay, Carmen, I know you asked a little while ago, and you plant elephant garlic in the fall or in the spring. I've got, how do I hold back? I've got a, what do you call that? It's a, I lost the
Elephant
word.
garlic bulb?
It's a bulb that I saved from last year, and I'll be breaking this up soon, and I'll be planting it. So it's not really big, but it's not too bad. So you plant that in the spring when it starts to warm up a bit, especially in Boston. Nope, that was it.
I'm eating.
Yeah, I came in to eat
I
too.
ate some patties and I'm eating cookies. Viola changed her garden from in-ground to totes and buckets. Due to root, oh my gosh, pre-root invasion, that's like what you go through. What you need, I'll go through.
My glasses, I think. I guess you showed them the spring, right? This?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we've got a bit of an obstacle course trying to get to the other side of the screen, so,
Cool, I lost my
or the tool. Let's see. There's also a question on papaya somewhere back up there. How long does it take before it usually produces fruit?
You know better than me, but that depends on how it grows.
Yeah, I think she planted it in a bucket. Or, let's see.
Because you've had some, they'll grow, what, in a year they'll start producing fruit?
Okay, Morgan M. Happy New Year. Okay, she's got a papaya plant in a 5-gallon container that's been grown from seed. That depends. It'll take maybe, what, a year or two?
A year or two, because it's a fast-growing plant. But what kind of papaya? The Mexican papayas are so big, they seem to take a little longer. And you got the little papayas that grow really fast and start to produce.
Yeah, it'll depend on what variety you've got. The smaller ones, I think, tend to fruit a little sooner than some of the, like the Mexican papayas have really big fruit. And I think they take a little longer than, say, the strawberries, which are a smaller fruit.
I'm eating. Linda Faulkner just got here. So we'll have to rewind. Hi from Northwest Lower Michigan. Last night, late night in the kitchen.
No, she loved it.
She loved it. No, you're right. Oh my gosh,
yeah.
You're right. Thank you. Melissa Gardner's gonna eat. I got a mouthful. I will be growing food that my family eats. That's what I want to grow. A lot of food that I eat. I'm with you on that. I love the birds. There's a good time to ask Gary questions. He's sitting there by the phone, by the camera. Oh, Christy Severda, is that how you say Severda? Severdia, remember? I was watching the hummingbirds visiting my feeders take baths in the collared leaves. That is so cool. I know, that is beautiful. Snap a picture. I got videos of that, the way they get in the collar leaves and they roll and roll, and sometimes they'll go from one leaf to the other. Oh my gosh, that is beautiful. Or your veggie, lace, L-A, lassi, are your veggie patties like fritters? I guess they would be.
Yeah, they're like
more like potato pan. Go ahead.
Yeah, they're like fritters. They're like small fritters, or.
You want one?
No, not right now.
All right.
Yeah, they're like small fritters.
So Debbie Coran, I have garden in totes in the summer. Right now here in southern Oregon, we're under a carpet, 4 inches of fresh snow. Wow. So you use this downtime to rest. Think about what you're going to garden in spring, and watch Hallmark movies. There's a new one tonight. Melissa wants to know if anybody's bought seeds from Dollar Tree. Zoe's with you. She figured out how to get under the tool. Come on, Zoe, because the tool is not for you to play with and pull down. I know you got work to do, and I don't know if I'm gonna go on live. I'm going to work on irrigation tubing stuff I need, and I know I would totally bore everybody as I make these ties. That's what I want to do, my ties. I'll think about it. I might go on, and if everybody's bored, then I'll just keep going and hang and click it off. See, now the sun's coming out again. It's kind of glary. It's not really clouds. That's why I don't know. Would this be something coming off the ocean? Like I said, that is the ocean direction. Kind of a haze.
Yeah.
Oh, you're eating pizza. Go ahead. What did you knock over, Zoe? Okay, Gary's going outside to check and see, because it's a haze that's coming in, not really clouds. Gary, you got a question. Oh, Gary's got a question. Gary, you got 2 questions.
Yeah, this is coming in from the ocean, because if I look towards the desert, it's not as thick.
Yeah, and it's not really clouds, but it's getting breezy. They said we're going to have like a high wind warning. Don't forget, don't let your elephant garlic go out the window. Here, I'll put it here. I got to finish all these feeders in the window to the right, because when they come in at night, before it gets dark, they can come in by the thousands. Robbie, can I get a pomegranate tree from Etsy? I never bought a pomegranate tree on Etsy, but I don't see why not. I think I told you, it's probably why you're asking, that I sold, oh, I don't know, a ton of pomegranate trees, but they were only like 2 to 4 inches tall. I tried to get rid of them. I didn't want to compost them. And then those are the ones that are planted in my garden. The ones I didn't sell, I planted around here and they grew. So yes, you can. Gary, regarding dragon fruit, Viola wants to know, Viola Susie. Let's see, Gary, regarding dragon fruit, how long before they flower to produce from cuttings that's grown 5 feet and spreading out at the top? You'll have to talk loud.
I would say it'll be fairly soon. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't flower. If they're starting to bend down, like growing from the top, you might get some flowers this year. At first you'll only get maybe a couple of flowers. What I think the key is getting a bit of bulk to the plant. And once it gets a little bit bigger or gets more bulk, once it gets more bulk to it, then it starts to flower. But if it's 5 foot tall and it's starting to branch already, I think it'll be getting close.
Yeah, once the weather turns warm.
Yeah, and it also depends on what variety it is and what climate conditions you live in too. Because I know in South Florida they generally produce fruit sooner than they do in Southern California.
We have weed whackers now out there. And I don't think they'll be able to cure anything with the weed whackers.
And Christy, with regards to the bird flu, right here we're away from water, and that means we're away from migrating waterfowl.
I hope they can hear you.
So I don't think, I'm not as concerned about the avian flu here as I would be if we lived near a river system or near the ocean or a lake. We're a little further away, so I'm hoping that it doesn't carry to where we are as much as it would if we were closer to waterways. Because I believe it's mainly being moved about by water birds that are feeding on the ground. But it is a good thing to keep your water fountains and your bird baths clean, just as a general rule anyway.
Well, they said they can hear you. Somebody's weed whacking. I don't think they're doing it over there, are they?
Yes, they are.
Oh, that's where they're doing it? Okay,
Yeah.
where the gardeners are working. I'm going to have to fill all these feeders, because when the sun goes down, they're going to go nuts. So I think we've stayed on long enough. Gary's fine. See, I have some grew, others didn't. Oh, I think you're talking about seeds, Jackie Randall. I bought from Dollar Tree, and I haven't had problems with them. The only thing is, sometimes, even the 99-cent store, you open it up and there's just a few seeds in there. So that's the only thing, but how much do you really need? I haven't gone back to see their new seed stock yet. I'll probably be doing it fairly soon. Though I have a lot of seeds. A lot of seeds. And I'm waiting for some of my seeds to grow, but I've got another idea I'm working on, so I'll keep looking to see if anybody's grown in here yet. Nobody's grown. Here. Oh.
Okay, Viola's in Florida,
Okay.
and she's got her dragon fruit in 25-gallon planters. So yeah, I think you're getting close.
Okay, Wendy Holzinger has a question for you. Gary, can you advise me on did you find it? On my dragon fruit babies. They are a year old and started from seeds. They seem pretty healthy, but aren't growing big. They need more sunlight. Oh, the birds are really going nuts. I'm gonna have to do more feeders. You should go in here, and I'm literally gonna have to make more. First of all, grab this for me and drag this out. I don't need this. That's going next in the thing that I'm going to put all my tulle in. I need to get more. See, I've got the birds are starting to come in that window, and I need to get them more in here. And both, I got to get all the feeders out. So I'm going to do that. If you want, you can watch while I get more feeders together. No, I think I can open this. They're not coming in because we're both standing here. So I can open this way. So it's easier to go back and forth. And they'll go up anyways. That's what they tend to do. So that should be fine.
Yeah, with my dragon fruit seedlings, I've got them, once I get them started, I have them close to a southern window, but I do have a blind that if it gets too hot or it gets too sunny, I kind of have the blind partly open, so it's kind of a filtered light. But once they start growing, they do need sunlight. So if you can get them close to a south-facing window, if you're in the northern hemisphere, then that will help them along.
I'm going to step in for a minute because I got to get all these feeders full so there's no swarming or anything. If I put the camera out on the landing there, I don't know if the connection would be good. Yeah, let's not fall out the window.
The other thing with dragon fruit right now, they do go through a slight dormancy, so they may not start growing until the weather starts warming up and the sun starts rising a little bit. Once the sun starts getting a little stronger, that's when they start growing again.
These are low, but they're not empty.
Okay, goodbye, Carmen, and enjoy your time with your grandkids.
Goodbye, Carmen. Have a great day. I'm trying to get the rest of these feeders done here. That's what I'm doing right now. This goes on, like I said, it's a total marathon all the time. I got walking onions growing in the window right there. I've got all this stuff. Oh, there's the other feeder. I've got to bring in them. Trying to get all these feeders organized all day. This one has to go through here. I have to boil water and make more food.
Okay, Wendy, you're in the Pacific Northwest, and they definitely need to be indoors. All my small ones are indoors. I won't be putting them outside until the weather warms up. So if you can keep them in an area where they get a lot of light, say through the window, that'll be helpful to them.
You're standing in front of the camera.
Okay,
No, you're okay. When you want to? Did you want to sit down?
No, I don't want to sit down.
Okay. Then step here. I'll move the camera here. So step in and talk. Let me go put this outside. I want to switch your feeder outside.
Okay, they're in the perfect window, southern facing. Yeah, that's good. When they first start off, they have a tiny little root system. When they're a big full-size plant, they have a massive root system. So they start off really tiny, and just sometimes I knock them over and the roots come out of the soil, so I just gently put them back in the soil. You just have to be careful when you're handling them. I don't know how small they are, but if they've still got the seed leaf on them, I pick them up by the seed leaf, because the actual true leaf or stem, as it starts to grow, it's very delicate. So if you can, be careful when you're picking them up.
I have a question for you. Are you supposed to be feeding chickens or anything now? Because they're all lined up looking for you, like you're in your garden.
Yeah, they're waiting.
They're all lined up.
Okay, so the side roots, the aerial roots, if you can find a stake or something, that will help them out. They'll probably start to wrap around the aerial roots that come out of the side of the stem. They'll start wrapping around things. They want to be able to, what they're looking for is they're trying to climb, if they were in the jungle, they'd be trying to climb up a tree to get to the sunlight, and that's what the aerial roots do. They help them climb.
This is not going to be good because they're weed whacking us. I don't know if anybody can hear anything, but if you want, I can show them the chickens and then we can wrap it up. Are you going back to work?
Yeah, I've got to go back to work.
You can hand me the camera, but you'll have to stay there and answer questions because I won't be able to see.
How do I do that?
Just hand. Maybe I can do it. It's so long. I've got the wrong one. The other one works a little easier. Now we are outside. Does this zoom out? Zoe, we're outside now. Oh, now the chickens are just there. You can barely see. They're not going to hear you unless you... Okay, come here.
Yeah, the roots will come out of the fleshy part of the stem, and those are the roots that are aerial roots. I can't think of the correct name for them right now, but they're what grip onto your posts and whatever you're going to eventually grow them on. I'm assuming you're going to have them in a pot, but you will need some sort of post system to hold them up.
And you can step outside now. I'm going to end it outside. This will be different. So there's the window that's open. See how they can fly through? They can fly through from one window to the other. There's the rolled up screen on the top. And they hang out on all these trees here. So they come through. They've got all these trees, the orange tree and everything. And you can see how busy they are. Let me see if I can step back. And keep in mind, there's feeders everywhere. So certain birds have preferences of where they want to feed. Some want to feed out in the open, even though they're kind of covered. Mainly covered for sun or rain, because if it gets rained on, a lot of times you have to throw everything away that was in there. And then you've got the ones here in the window. There's Zoe. Then you've got those all there, and I'm still debating if I'm going to hang more feeders there. That one's empty. I've got to get to that. And they're in the window there. Do you see it? This is just too cute. In the window is my peppers growing. That's my peppers there. It's just a, what is it? No, don't you pull on my, Zoe's pulling on the tripod. Oh, a stick to play on. No. It's in a food container. What I do is I take food containers and I paint them, and then they look so pretty in the window. And then I can grow seeds. I've got, well, right now it's all lined up with mushroom plant. Yes, I got to get that. Did I put that? No. I'm in the middle of putting that. I'll put that video together because mushroom plant, and they taste so good. I'm using them for everything. They're all lined up in there, and I take all the leaves off. I propagate them. I'm growing so much. They don't like the sun, not too much sun, so they're like a house plant, and they're so good to eat. They're healthy too, but you have to find them, and that's the issue, though you can find them online. But the big one there is peppers, and then the rest are all mushroom plants growing. I'm also going to propagate. Let's see. That's my messy table. I've got projects I'm working on. And then I was going to show you that there's the chickens. They have the luxury life. They roam around under the orange trees. Hey guys, chickies. Yeah, they don't care. They eat some of the oranges. If they fall and they break open, they'll eat that. Then there's the tree my daughter gave me. That's an apricot tree down there. And I should talk about that more another time. Then we've got the loquats, did I got it right? Yeah, kumquats are there. Gary, oh, look blurry there. There we go. That's kumquats, planted that years ago. I'm trying to see what little bird landed there, and I don't know if that was a hummingbird. That's a jade plant. We should get rid of that and put something really good there, but something is on there. Maybe, oh, it's a butterfly. There's a butterfly on there. Okay. And we've got, you've seen this. I've got a video on all this, the avocado tree. Then I've got my pink lemonade. There's a totes that came off the deck. Don't even take care of them. They're still there. Still growing a little bit. Pink lemonade. It's okay, Zoe. The pink lemonade down there. And then Gary's been planting flowers over here. Cannons? You probably can't see them. But right there, that's all new. And then, of course, my, oops. I'm swinging you around. My orange trees. There's 3 orange trees there. The birds really want to come in. Wave, Gary. That's the kitchen window. So that's basically it. Look at this. Lettuce. Lettuce growing everywhere. There's nothing greater than just having lettuce everywhere. These are flowers. Zoe, do you not know by now that the chickens, oops, the chickens belong there? Let me... Okay. She's barking because she sees chickens. Every day you see chickens. Zoe, the chickens, where are you? The chickens belong here. They're new. Every day she thinks there's new chickens here. How could we have chickens here? Yeah, I'm gonna let them do their weed stuff because this is too loud. You can't sit and listen to this. You got the guineas that are over there screaming. Everybody's screaming. And that, oh, look at the hummingbirds there. I've got hummingbirds here. That's a little, actually it's pretty straight now. I've been working on it. Went over on the last wind, this thing I built. It literally blew over and I stuck it back. And then I've got the hummingbird feeder over there. So there's hummingbird feeders everywhere. She's just marching around. Oh my gosh, there are chickens down there. She's got the pointing. Look at that, the leg up, the tail straight. So that's what's going on the deck. I want to get a lot going on the deck. I want to talk about how we can set up a lot of stuff in a small space. But here's, you asked about a tree collard. This one is a regular tree collard. And I've been harvesting the leaves off of that. And just in what, a little 1 gallon container there. There's a purple tree collard. Also, this one's about 2 gallons. No, that's my moringa. Look at this. Full-size moringa growing for, what, 3 years now in this one pot, and it's sunning up on the bottom. This is a purple tree collard, and it's in a pot down there. Okay. So I got a purple tree collard there. And I've got another purple tree collard here in just one pot there. So you can grow tree collard in smaller pots. I've got lettuce coming up on the bottom everywhere. Celery. So that's about, like I said, I'm not doing a whole lot on the deck. I've been doing more other places. Let's get out of the sun or whatever this is. So that's that. And then I'm still working on different water features, but these are all, I think they're all been online. I'm not sure. I think the water bottle, this water bottle's been online, the bowl. This is actually one of my favorite. That is a water bottle cut upside down. I'm pretty sure I have a video on that. I have one in my garden, and the birds, it's like a traffic jam. All day they go to it. There are some things I haven't put up yet. That's true. I actually see some of it. Look at this. She's going to stand guard because there are chickens down there. Zoe, what are you looking at? I think she's watching the hummingbirds flying around now. So that's it. Gary? Oh, Gary left. Gary? Come out. So we'll say goodbye. If I can get this down. So that's it. So we're gonna sign off, or I'm gonna try to sign off and get our stuff done. When I did, it's not working. Okay, there we go. I haven't answered any questions. Was there anything that needed to be answered?
Someone asked if they were our chickens, and someone else answered they are.
Yes, there are chickens.
And with dragon fruit, the roots will be able to cling surprisingly to smooth surfaces, but to get them to that point, you really need to tie them with plant ties. Like I use the flexible plant ties just to hold them in place until they get their roots wrapped around whatever pole or post you're going to grow them on. And it's better if you can use wood, but if you're moving them inside out, you might be able to find something that's a little bit more lightweight. But they do need a strong structure to support them because they will get very heavy. Especially like you have them in a pot and you have to move them in and out. Once they get bigger, they'll be very heavy, and I guess try to come up with something that's a little lightweight. That'll make it easier when you move them in and out during the summer and back in during the winter or the cooler weather. And as far as having them in filtered light up in Washington, I don't know anyone up there with them. If you have a year like you had last year where it got really hot, yeah, I would shade them a bit. But if you can, try to set them up somewhere where you can move them in and out of shade and try to get the maximum amount of light you can, because I know you don't have the same strong light as we do further in the south. So
I don't know. I don't have the standing. I'm holding it. So I was going to say goodbye. I won't be able to read with the sun glare if there's anything right now. I have tried mine up and they grow. Oh, wait. I have tied mine up and they grow so they don't fall over. I have a dolly to move, it's the sun, mine around, the yard.
okay, so you've got a plant dolly that you can move them around, and yeah, that's going to be important, especially if you're growing them outside like their optimal growing zones.
Okay, Wendy came in and thanked about not starting tomatoes too soon. It depends on when you're, bye, have a good weekend. Oh, Wendy. It just depends on when your growing season really starts. You don't want to start too early. You know how when the season comes, they just take off and grow. And literally overnight, the plants grow. But it does depend on what you want to grow. So you have to look into where your area is and when your last frost date, and when you generally start growing outside. I think we're going to be growing earlier this year, unless we have a bad turn.
Yeah, I think so, Mike. Some of my asparagus is starting to come up, and I just cleared it to fertilize it, and usually it starts coming up in March, and it's about 2 months earlier this year. So
I was wondering what that noise was. I thought it was a blimp.
last year we had a cold year. This year we're having more of a mild winter. So far.
Yeah, so far.
Things can change.
Oh, they can change on a dime. So I know I've missed a lot again now, especially now because I stepped outside and I cannot read this at all. And if I had my tablet, I could. Like I said, I've got the sun glaring behind me right onto my phone. So I know I'm going to miss a lot. Are you going to say goodbye? You've got stuff to do?
Yeah,
I'm going to turn this around. I'll let Gary say goodbye.
Yeah, I've got stuff to do. So
I'm trying to turn my. Okay, there it goes. I'll let you say goodbye. Here, let me step over here. So you probably can't see the hummingbirds from here, but you can say goodbye for me. Everybody have a wonderful weekend. And I may be working on some irrigation tubing. And if you really want to see me just sit there and work on irrigation tubing, this is for making ties. Let me know. I've got a video on that. But otherwise, I'm trying to get stuff together that I need for gardening before I start too much. But I do have some stuff coming on seed starting that's working really good for me. And I will be doing a video on that soon because it's working fantastic. Anyways, I'll let you take it.
Okay, well, thanks for dropping by and enjoy your weekend. And with that, thanks for watching, and don't forget to eat what you grow. Goodbye.
And we're supposed to say, please like and subscribe. Even though there's a few of you said, I will not watch your live feed. We don't want live feed. Well, they don't have to watch the live feed. Bye-bye, everybody. Oh, the hummingbirds look so cute.